Radiant team ban. Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Hello everybody and welcome to more WePlay League Season 3 action. I'm Llama Down Under. I'm going to be joined by Noble Wings for this cast. How are you doing? I'm pretty dang excited. We've got Infamous versus EWolves. Infamous is, I think, 5 and... Oh, sorry, let me get this right. Infamous are 7 and 3. EWolves are 6 and 2. And above both of them is DC, sitting at 9 and 1. Only the top person in this group goes through to the LAN. So they do kind of need to hope that DC takes some more losses. But both of them really need this win for any chance of contesting DC. So there's a lot on the line.
Yeah, absolutely, and a win here means that also, I don't know how WePlay does tiebreakers, but I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of tiebreakers with a head-to-head matchup, so
yeah,
this could be an important win.
I imagine they'll have to play the tiebreakers out since this has been each... the way the bracket works is you play each opponent twice but in a best of one, so there's, you know, the head-to-head matchups aren't there for some teams. So we'll see. Either way, they're going to go at it. Now, in recent history, Team EWolves has beat out Infamous in, like, all of their matches in the last 2 months. So I don't know. I don't know if it means that EWolves has Infamous's number, but we'll see. We got a really weird opening from Infamous. Co-op Dazzle, not usually what we see picked over Invoker, Faceless Void, getting your hands on Oracle even.
Yeah, it's an interesting opening for sure. I mean, EWolves have already picked up Earth Spirit, one of the most imba heroes of this patch, and so I think maybe they just wanted some way to be able to play a little defensive in their lanes. Earth Spirit's great at being able to roam around the mid lane, roam around pretty much every lane around the map, and Dazzle and Quap both have good escapes or good ways to save their teammates, so it can mitigate some of the usefulness of Earth Spirit during the early game.
Yeah, it's certainly someone who can actually rotate and help. Even a little surprised with even OD and Nicole didn't go for it, but I think also hoping that Quap will be able to just blink away before the silence comes out. We'll have to see how it goes. EWolves have a lot of options because Chen isn't banned here either. It's a bit greedy, I think, to try for both. They go with the safer Venge, so liking that.
Yeah, I like the Venge pickup a lot. It's a really nice pick, especially because now it kind of prevents Infamous from going for maybe Faceless Void, which was maybe one of the offlaners they were considering. As looking at the first 4 bans, it's pretty much all offlaners, and so it's going to really limit the pool for offlane for both teams. I'm expecting we see Faceless Void now from Infamous, and it'll be interesting to see what offlane heroes they decide to pick up for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's another offlaner gone from the pool, getting rid of the Nature's Prophet. EWolves don't want to deal with any split push. This is kind of interesting though, because Earth Spirit and Avenge do feel like 2 heroes that could take advantage of a Nature's Prophet in lane quite heavily.
Yeah, absolutely they can, but I think Nature's Prophet does struggle a bit when it comes to facing Quap or any hero that can sort of get on top of you. Storm Spirit, Quap, any hero like that. So I don't know if it would have been the best pick for them, but maybe they were just scared that because Infamous has the first pick coming out of the draft, so maybe they felt that they didn't want to let Infamous get it with that first pick, and it wasn't worth the risk for them.
Yeah, we'll see the Death Prophet be the next ban out, so Infamous not wanting to deal with that from EWolves. I will be... If Oracle makes it through, I guess for Infamous they don't need to ban it, because Earth Spirit and Venge already arguably the supports picked up. EWolves could run the carry Venge, they're quite comfortable with it. Not sure if there's still room on their lineup for an Oracle. For EWolves though, what do you think is a good ban out here? Oh, never mind, Joe.
Oh yeah, the speed drafting right now.
Yeah, both sides.
I think... sorry, go.
I was just gonna say, as you said, it is actually quite speedy. They haven't dipped into their reserve time too much.
Yeah, and both teams are kind of banning out push strats. We've seen the Beastmaster, the LD, the Natures, the
10
Juggernaut, the
seconds
DP,
remaining.
all these heroes that are really good at pushing. So maybe we'll see kind
5
of a
seconds remaining.
late game versus late game scenario. Is this best of one, correct?
Yeah,
Reserve
these
time.
are all best of ones, and both of these teams typically have shorter matches. I mean, albeit a lot of this patch has shorter matches because, as you said, there's the push strats, but both of these teams really favor early aggression and kind of you hit that mid game, and whoever was on top from the early aggression kind of rolls with it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this plays out. It is kind of interesting to see what they will pick up to complete maybe a death ball strat or something along that line. Because, like, as it's looking, there are very few
Dire
heroes
team
left in the
pick.
pool that are good at pushing. I mean, we might see and Bat Rider's banned out, which
Yeah.
again is a hero that can be great for pushing, as it can take the enemy out of position, and as soon as you get one pick off, you can force a tower right away.
And they have to ban it out, unfortunately, because they don't. When the other side already has the bend, you can't grab it, and if they do, then you don't have a good way of dealing with
10
it.
seconds
So
remaining.
Infamous here, they're gonna finally maybe dip
5
into their
seconds
reserve
remaining.
time. Nope, Spirit Breaker. Okay.
Radiant
Yeah,
team pick.
that was an interesting pick. I guess never mind about the late game. They're gonna just try to fight her Elite Wolves right away. Spearbreaker, we'll see if he's gonna be run off lane or four position. I think it'd be a great four position this game. Dazzle's able to play the hard five pretty effectively, and Spearbreaker will have a lot of leeway to roam the map.
Yeah, there's always something to be said for making sure you know
10
where your
seconds
opponents are with the
remaining.
Spirit Breaker. Maybe stop some of the other choices, more mobile
5
choices coming out
seconds
for Elite
remaining.
Wolves. But right now, their draft's still pretty hidden. This could be offlane Spirit Breaker. This could be support
Reserve
Spirit
time.
Breaker. We're not getting a lot of info.
Yeah, and same thing with Elite Wolves. We've seen most likely the two support pickups again. As you mentioned earlier, they can maybe run the Carry Revenge, maybe even run offlane Earth Spirit, but most likely it will be the two supports. So we'll finally get to see a core and see what they'll be doing with the draft.
Yeah. Now, for Elite Wolves, they go with the OD. So this
Dire
is
team pick.
one way to help set things up so that you can try to get catch on the quad. And also good defense against Spirit Breaker, right? You can Astral Imprison yourself, and there's always going to be a support who can rotate in.
Yeah, it's a nice counter versus Spirit Breaker, and I think it matches up pretty well versus Queen of Pain. Of course, you still have the massive Q to steal some of Queen's int, but overall the
10
matchups,
seconds remaining.
I think 50-50 favored. I don't think anyone really crushes that matchup, so
5
it's going to rely
seconds
heavily
remaining.
on whether Earth Spirit or Spirit Breaker is able to rotate on the mid lane and secure that win for them.
Reserve time.
And now, more Infamous, probably looking for, well, a bit more damage for those team fights. There is still a Faceless Void in the pool. It is someone who pairs up well with the OD. For Infamous, maybe they want to pick it up to avoid their opponents getting it, but of course, as you said, really hard to get it against Avenge.
Um, yeah, I don't think Infamous can pick up the Faceless Void here. It's gonna be really bad versus Venge and Earth Spirit, as Earth Spirit can send his stones through the Chronosphere. And we'll see a Omni Knight pick up
Radiant
right
team
away
pick.
from Infamous. So this is a interesting. We'll see maybe a Spirit Breaker Omni dual offlane.
Yeah, this is something yesterday we had Smash pull out his offlane Omni Knight. It's really not something that's popular except in the Americas region. I don't feel like other teams let players get away with the Omni Knight offlane too often, and so we'll see whether Infamous can pull it against
10
Elite Wolves,
seconds
especially
remaining.
since we know Elite Wolves have practiced with this hero. So we'll see how it
Yeah,
comes
5
out.
seconds remaining.
I really like the Omni pickup here. It's great versus OD. If they run him off lane, he's gonna
Reserve
have
time.
not a good lane. He is an Omni Knight, but he'll have a good lane to survive in. As in the Earth Spirit and Venge both have not long range, but they both have long cast times, and so Omni should be able to get off his repel before any kind of stun hits him. And so it's gonna be really hard to kill him in lane. And along with that, it's pretty difficult to gank him as well, as no OD can't really rotate out of the mid lane to go down and gank bottom or gank top.
Yeah, there's some nice options here. For Elite
10
Wolves,
seconds.
probably deciding. I actually still think they can go with the Faceless Void. Ooh. But TL, okay, they just want to make sure they got defusals.
Yeah, that's a greedy pickup. I think they're gonna need to be careful about maybe getting the Spirit Breaker Omni Knight lane and not being able to farm too well. But going into the mid to late game, definitely have the edge going into maybe I think past 35 minutes they'll be able to secure this win. So it's gonna be on the pressure is gonna be on Infamous to make sure that they're able to make stuff happen during the early game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's potentially pretty greedy. Also picking the PL into the Spirit Breaker who keeps him lit up, even if the Spirit Breaker doppelgangers might be rough. But we'll just have to see how the lanes exactly pan out. Obviously, this Earth Spirit can be a big X factor in how everything goes. If he's successful in his ganks, easily one game for EWolves, right? But whether he'll have space against a Spirit Breaker, an Omni Knight, a Quap, and a Dazzle, it seems like a rough game to be an Earth Spirit.
Yeah, it's a kind of tough game for both teams too to gank, as in both teams have really good ways to save anybody. I mean, Infamous has Dazzle, they have Omni Knight, they have all these spells that can save a target that EWolves try to go on. And on the other side of things, if Infamous try to go on maybe OD can always Astral himself, Earth Spirit can always kick stones, Silence, Venge can always swap. They have a lot of defensive tools as well to get out of situations.
Yeah, and just so some folks know, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been in the lobby, but I'm pretty sure neither of these stand-ins are actually stand-ins. I think they're just people with different names. Yesterday, Iwo was just changing his name like every game. So I think that's what's going on, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm pretty sure this stand-in is actually Kataro, but we'll find out. Templar Assassin gonna be their final pickup. So where on earth is everybody laning? Is this the Quap offlane, safe lane Omni Knight to make sure he gets some semblance of levels?
This was a really interesting pick. Like, I don't even know for sure. If I was Infamous, I'd be running the Queen of Pain mid. TA versus OD matches up pretty poorly. When I originally saw the matchup, I thought that TA would be able to crush the matchup. But after playing it, OD's Orb takes off 2 refraction charges and can punish you really difficult. Oh god, EWolves went with Venomancer to counter the TA.
This is what's the right way to say this? It feels like both of these teams really just kind of ignoring the meta. It is a best of 1, so it's not bad at all to do this, but it does feel like they both kind of tossed aside the meta, really just picking against what they have, right? The Phantom Lancer comes out to deal with the Omni Knight, the Venomancer to deal with the Templar, and then the Templar Assassin is there for who knows what. Let's see. Now, yeah. So right now, Van normally plays, yeah, it looks like it's offlane Venomancer. Because Van is playing mid and Smash is playing offlane. They have, since they've made the change, because they actually did just like a full rotation where Smash went to offlane, Van went to mid, and then Iwo went to carry. Like, it was complete shake-up. But I'm pretty sure that they're all comfortable with any role. So I wouldn't be surprised, thank you, camera movements. I wouldn't be surprised if, depending on who's comfortable where, they might swap things around. They're very flexible on EWolves.
Yeah, and one thing to mention is that
What? What is this? No, but
is
they
level
all...
1 rush?
Is it
level
level
1
1 rush? Oh my goodness, okay, I did not think this lineup could, but I guess, what do you Shadow Strike Roche? What?
No, you go meld and
Yeah, of course you go meld, but what does a Quap bring to this? This is gonna be the longest. Okay, she is Shadow Striking the Roche. What? And they charged the Roche.
Are they gonna get this off? Like,
okay, and they even good luck have fun before. Oh gosh, it's okay. So while this is going on, we're looking around at EWolves. I don't think they have any idea, like you mentioned. The Roche is taking quite a while. The Venge kind of walking towards it. They've already got Roche down to below half health. They're getting this. Unless somebody gets bashed 5 times in a row and gives it away, they have this. Okay.
This is something else.
Okay, well, this is, I mean, we've seen this before, and now look, they're trying to talk, so it's not super obvious, the pings. Okay, we have a John ping coming out. They know about M-God being there. They're trying to be really patient. They should be able to get this with about 10 seconds left on the clock or even more. Based on how... Okay!
Oh, this is an unfortunate situation for Infamous. I would be freaking out right now.
Okay, so right now, what I'm pretty sure is happening is it's paused for the same reason that it was paused earlier, that someone was having some trouble with something, right? Sorry, go.
Oh, they're gonna be.
And they can't even be stream sniping because we're on 2 minutes delay. Okay, Stinger, oh no! He gave it all away! They saw Stinger and now they know about the burst on. It's very, very low, but in comes EWolves. There's gonna be a roll in the Aegis. It has been picked up. Templar Assassin gets it. There's gonna be a fight here though for her life. M-God is gonna be our first blood. Let's see if we can get some more action up in this business. Axel getting very low. He's not the Aegis carrier. They need one more auto attack on Van. He's at 12 health in the back of the line. They do burn the Aegis on one. Smash manages to pick up the bounty. Van still trying to come around from behind, trying to walk it off. They've got the charge onto Smash, will at least delay some of his retreat with that Shadow Strike. He does already have level 2, one more auto attack, and he can't reach him because of the Veno Gale. And now he's just going to walk away.
That was an insane start to this game. We see Dazzle already TPing out mid. Going to get a ward up, I assume.
I don't know what to say. That was pure, even with those pauses, there was not the 2-minute delay for stream or for someone watching the game elsewhere. So they just, I think the Spirit Breaker coming out of the Roche pit, Venge waved just to check that it wasn't a trap of them hiding in there and then realized they were doing Roche.
That's an insane play by Infamous. I never would have thought you would have been able to do a Roshan with that lineup, but...
Neither did EWolves. Yeah, just, I mean, I've seen some really strange Roches. Obviously, Complexity try this a lot. They're, I think, one of the teams who does the most level 1 Roches, and I've seen them do it with just 3 heroes before. Like, they've sent heroes to other lanes to make it less obvious, but it is going to be smashing mid up against Gyro, who I'm pretty sure... Oh, I'm not even going to say. We're just going to assume it's Gyro for now. Smash, obviously... Oh, it's done. No, they get no introduction because of that. That was their introduction. Smash obviously having the time of his life in that mid lane against the Templar Assassin. Is there anything she can do here?
No, this is a really unfortunate matchup. It's okay for the early levels. Once Venomancer hits maybe level...
It be knows.
It did burn the Aegis, so that's, you know, obviously unfortunate for the Templar Assassin. And now, okay, Stinger was just doing a drive-by, but obviously she's going to have a tough time in this lane. Looking elsewhere, we are going to be seeing Omni Knight paired up with Dazzle in that bottom lane. Really not what I was expecting.
I think EWolves aren't happy right now, but they did get the lane matchups they wanted. They got the lane matchup mid that they wanted. They got their OD in the safe lane going up versus the tri lane, and their PL is farming really well in the off lane. So I think things are going well for EWolves. We'll see once we get a little further into the early game how the gold swings around, because right now it is 1000 EXP advantage for Infamous and around 250 gold experience or gold increase.
Yeah, the gold kind of negligible, the experience more worrisome. Obviously, a lot of that from Roche. Now, up top, Zatok, not having the easiest of lanes, but all things considered, she's able to get quite a bit of lost hits. Oh, she's getting charged. She should just blink away here, and she'll be fine.
Once Earth Spirit hits...
In. Okay, in bottom we already have the heal bomb combo and the bash! That is a kill on OD before they even get to blink. Masoku trying to pull off from the sidelines, but there's just not much you can do when first hit bash comes out of Stinger.
This lane is going to be really difficult now.
Oh yeah, Greedy taking some damage here. He does not have the repel yet. He went for Degen Aura and the heal, but they need more damage, and I don't think they're going to catch him. Or the Venom or no. So Greedy going to be just fine. As you said, the Roche experience doing so much work in this series already.
The good news is that Quap is getting zone top by PL, or by zone. So PL will be having a good time up here. Luckily, Stinger came up and is giving him some bottle charges, but it's a bad matchup for Quap just because of the fact that PL can always doppelganger off your Shadow Strike, but we do see Spirit Breaker charging top.
We'll see if they can make anything latch. I'm not sure that they have the damage between them, but Stinger, oh, okay, not gonna get the hit or the bash. And this might indicate to bottom that they can free up some space since there is no Spirit Breaker there, but not looking like any action happening down there either.
Yeah, and I will say that I don't know, I don't know who the TA player is doing a really good job in this mid lane. He's ahead of Smash and CS. Smash is going to be winning this lane from now on, but he's done a good job with what he had with the Roshan advantage. And this means that going into the mid game, he's going to have his items a lot faster than normal for this matchup.
Also, because they took Roche so early, that bad boy's gonna respawn and be ready to keep going on again. This PL, though, playing so far up, doesn't have any mana for Doppelganger. He has a Mango, but still has to be a little bit careful.
Too. I think he's okay here. And Z-Talk is...
Yeah, these lanes are all over the place.
Mid.
Yeah. Templar Assassin trying to get in onto M-God. Looks like this will be a kill. Needs an auto attack. Gets it with the Meld Strike. And Smash, wards or no, not doing enough work to save his allies.
Yeah, that was a really aggressive play from the Earth Spirit, trying to go on that TA, close to his creeps, close to his tower, especially when Venomancer right now doesn't have his ultimate leveled. And I mean, did he level stats?
No, he has not allocated. He only has 5 allocated.
I was gonna say, I would think you would just go either for your ultimate and try to get that kill, but it seems he's just opting. We'll see.
Yeah, he's already put a lot of points in the wards. I think it makes sense. You're trying to knock down some towers, especially if you can get the bottom and mid one. You're going to reduce some of that Roche advantage that the Dire has, but I'm not sure it'll be enough. There is a rotation on bottom that's not going to latch because they are deep under their tower. The charge is coming in from the top. They'll see it, though, in a second, pulsing by those wards. Van coming forward a little bit. Zone actually going in, throwing some damage out onto Greedy, and that should be it for the engagement.
Yeah, luckily Earth Spirit's getting some levels top, but it's still, the lanes are getting progressively worse right now for EWolves. Mid's not getting as much as he would have wanted. Bot lane's doing okay. OD is still second in the CS board, but they might go on mid right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Quap is coming around from behind. There's going to be the stun out on Smash. The Sonic Wave is at the ready. She doesn't have mana. She'll pop those one charges. Gets it off. Doesn't manage to hit the PL, but they get the kill onto Smash. Now Stinger taking a lot of damage. Shallow Grave saving his life, and they take out the Earth Spirit as well. They're still trying to come in hot on EWolves, though. Another Scream doing a lot of damage, and the OD trying to pick off. Oh, the Sanity's Eclipse blocked by the refraction charges. It's looking like this Templar Assassin. No, they can't get the one more hit that they need. Will they even clean up Axel? 12 stolen in, not looking like quite enough, but they do get the dazzle there. So finally, EWolves finding themselves some sort of trade.
I mean, I think it's a good trade for EWolves. You get the kill on the dazzle, you get the kill on the Spirit Breaker. It is unfortunate that your core Venomancer died, and it is gonna set him back quite a bit.
Templar just got a regen rune, of all things. She's sitting very low. Now she's going off to Masoku, also lit up by the charge. Van will have an Astral Imprisonment, so they'll probably chillax on this one. At the same time, in bottom Smash, just being a pain to Greedy. Nope, they're still going. Off to the bench, they're gonna stop. There's gonna be a stun. Now Garo is still coming in. Templar Assassin, where is the Astral? Finally comes out, but Masoku, if Stinger gets a bash here, this might just be it. Also has one charges. And finally, the aggression will stop in the jungle.
It's interesting to look at TA's build too, as Spirit Breaker charges bottom. No time to talk.
Yeah, there is just action all over the place. We were seeing stones being kicked up through, and now in bottom lane, Stinger again taking so much damage from these wards. Okay, I think we're good, finally.
TA did opt for a max meld build. He went 2 in refraction, 2 in side blades, and now is maxing his meld out. So I think we're going to be seeing a Roshan in the respawn time in 1 to 2 minutes. So
you proved you can do it. Just do it again.
I mean, I think maybe him, Omni, and one more can do it by themselves. So
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, oh, it's actually max Roshan respawn timer. That is, I would say it's lucky for EWolves, but it's kind of weird because that's about the time that Roche would normally be done by a Templar Assassin. So I'm not sure if it's lucky or not. Either way, in bottom, there are just wards everywhere. Greedy can't even go to the left in this lane. So, taking a look though, things are a little bit ahead for Infamous when it comes to both gold and experience. And whose lineup do you think, as we approach this mid-game for fighting, will actually benefit more come out of this, you know, kind of win?
Infamous is definitely the lineup that wants to focus on their mid-game fighting. They have a stronger mid-game fight with Omni, but they have to fight around their ultimates. If you don't have Omni Knight ultimate, if you don't have Quap ultimate, you're gonna have a hard time taking fights. Whereas EWolves have a much more balanced spell usage, I would say, as all their spells are kind of low cooldown besides maybe Venomancer ult and OD ult, but those ults aren't that important for them taking a fight at their tower. I think Infamous really need Quap ult and really need Omni ult to take any sort of.
Yeah, and we already have a little bit of a mess up. There's gonna be a big sonic wave going through now. Quap has the chance to pick off M-God. She doesn't have enough mana for a blink and a scream, so the deny comes out, and now Zatok in a bad spot. Can they? Okay, Sanity's Eclipse gonna do the job. I was gonna say, can they knock out enough int with the OD so she can't blink, but hey, why not just kill her?
Yeah, and also the OD ult drains, I think, 40% of mana now? Like, as they try to push down the mid tower. It looks like they are fighting as they're going in right away.
Yeah, there's already a charge coming out on Masoku. There's so many wards here, though. They're gonna need a lot to help them out. Masoku getting very low, does finally fall. Stinger taking damage here as well. The ults come out from the Veno, and now Garo trying to run away. But the heal, the sustain coming out from Infamous, they just can't go down. There are still so many wards around. Garo is getting low, but Shallow Grave comes out again. Greedy looking to purify someone. Gonna get kicked on through and silenced up. The roll into them. It's looking like Greedy. No, purification comes out in time. Now M-God in a lot of trouble. They are fighting on a tower, but I don't think M-God can seal the deal on this. Doesn't have a roll right now. Zatok just gonna scream and finish him off, and nobody falls on Infamous.
And that's the power of the Omni Knight Dazzle. They're able to just sustain so much throughout these fights. Venomancer ulted, Earthsphere used all his spells, and still throughout all of that with Dazzle heals, Omni Knight Repel, Omni heals, still couldn't even win a fight off that. And this means that she is going to be transitioning into her next item really quickly. Already has Band of Elven Sin, 1,000 gold, and with this Ancient stack she will finish her Yasha up.
I'm pretty interested that she went for Yasha and not the usual Deso build, the Deso rush that I feel we see most of the time.
I think Yasha's. I still would have preferred the Deso, but I think Yasha's a good pickup here. I think his idea is that the Yasha drums are going to be super important to make sure that the Venomancer can't really lock him down. As said, Venomancer Gale is one of the few spells that can't be purged by Omni, I believe. I know you can't purge it with a lot of things. So if he gets Galed and he doesn't have these move speed items, it could make him quite useless throughout these fights.
Oh, the ult comes out, there's another strike. The roll in ends up missing. Smash taking a lot of damage. He's got ward support, but the repel, it does so much, stopping that damage coming out. Axel has been Shallow Grave, is trying to just TP away. They've already lost the Earth Spirit. They need to find a kill, but Zatok just looking for Smash. There's a Sonic Wave with his name on it. Hits the rest of the team. Zatok does give up her life for this, and Dazzle did end up falling down. So finally, the fighting stops.
And that was an okay fight for EWolves. I think they traded their support and mid for their carry-in support. I think.
Okay, PL is just super diving the bottom tower. Not quite sure what Zone was doing there. He needs backup and he needs it now. Silence coming out onto the Quab, so she won't be able to do too much. And this should finally stop the aggression. There is a charge coming in, so Zone needs to be very careful. He's full on mana, but very low on health. The charge coming through. There's just going to be the TP out, and oh no, looking like it's time for Templar Assassin to just rip on through their line. She is being slowed up by Smash, but she's going to slow herself. And the charge still coming on the Phantom after he doppelgangers away. Smash going to pop his ult, but one meld strike takes almost half of his health. And still, Stinger pressing forwards, takes the Phantom Lance. And with the scream, they should be free of all those illusions.
One thing to mention is that PL doesn't have his Diffusal yet. When PL is able to obtain his Diffusal Blade, they're going to have a
Yeah, but they know all about this on EWolves. This one going to be much harder to deal with, especially since there will be Venom wards up. Obviously, the ult still on cooldown for Smash, so we'll see what can happen. Stinger already getting picked off over here, and now Templar Assassin, she's coming in to fight too, has Repel on her. Smash getting very low, but doesn't go down. Now the swap saving his life, but Soku going to pay for that. Smash still somewhat in the danger zone with Blink up, but at least the Roche has been slowed and deterred. And with that, there's...
Odie's coming, but
Okay.
Greedy might be in trouble.
Oh yeah, Greedy, he does have that repel up, walking it off, will stand in zone, be able to find him, and Garu doesn't have a blink up yet, so she has to be careful as well. Sonic Wave does hit despite the Astral Imprisonment, but Zatok now out of mana. Odie gonna have to turn and fight. He manages to steal a bit, but no, the Sandy's Eclipse underwhelming again with only 10 stolen in, and now Zatok just gonna walk it away. Zone in trouble, one meld strike, one more auto attack needed after this. Can he get it? Oh, he manages to. Stinger doesn't even need to complete the charge, and EWolves falling apart at this Roche Pit fight.
They keep running in one. I think they would be able to take a fight if they had maybe smoked us 5, waited for Venomancer ulti, but as it goes now, they committed a little too much to continue.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Infamous are well aware of what they need to do. They see the constant fighting, Quap going for an Aghanim Scepter. They also have the slight level advantage when we take a look across the board. So this Templar Assassin well on her way to potentially snowballing.
Yeah, she's already got the first Mithril Hammer as part of her Desolator. And he might even die here.
Yeah, they're going for it. It doesn't look like there's going to be... Okay, Van just running straight at them, seeing what he can do, but they need a bit more backup if they want to go into that. In the meantime, in bottom lane, there is the TP away on Venge from the Templar Assassin, because that's where we are now. TP away from Templar time. Yeah, this is just classic Templar Assassin snowballing. Infamous have made a lot of space for her, and now she gets to go at it. Yeah, he's gotten M-God pretty low. The Purification gonna be what does the trick. Smash is coming in, but at the same time, Templar Assassin, she is soloing the Roshan, and they know about it. There's gonna be the TP away from Stinger. They are grouping up again. This actually puts Stinger in a bad position to help out with the Roshan, and again, Templar gonna be forced out, and they'll get this high ground ward. So for both sides, these constant skirmishes, they're not hurting Infamous as much because the Templar Assassin's getting big, but this PL pretty far behind where he'd like to be right now.
Yeah, and it's a really difficult situation for him. He definitely needs to flash firm this Diffusal, because if he can have Diffusal by the time they take a Roche Pit fight, I believe they can take it. But if he doesn't get his Diffusal in time, TA is going to get Deso, take Roshan, and then just start snowballing towers. And TA is 100 off Deso. She's a lot closer than I thought she was.
They've gone for a very ambitious smoke up top. They go for the swap in. Zatok unable to blink away. Do they have the damage up, which she gets over to the side, but there is the Ebola ticking her down, and she will fall. So they do manage to find something with that smoke from EWolves.
Quap's almost got her axe too. I think it's not that bad of a death. It is unfortunate she got caught, but oh, we see Stinger
Yeah.
going in.
He went in pretty deep. He did not really have follow-up. The Omni Knight coming, and yeah, with no way to stop his TP, he'll just have bothered them and be on his way.
TA did just smoke with her Desolator, so she's definitely gonna get this Solar Roshan. Smash just sent a ward in there, but we'll see if he goes for it. He's gonna see the ward, but he might just kill it and go for it anyway. I think that's a okay play. It seems he's smoking in the jungle, and we see him drawing on the map. I think he's gonna go for the.
Yeah, we'll see if they can find it. They do, of course, know where the Omni Knight is with that ward. And they're all rotating down, so this may just be an attempt by Infamous to cover the Roche. They probably want to pick first, but not realizing that EWolves are still chilling up in their jungle.
So here's the rush on. OD just got his Shivas, so maybe they can take the fight, but I don't think PL has Diffusal yet. He's really close. He's like 500 off.
Yeah, he's just having a really hard time farming. Nowhere near even the OD in this game, and now out comes the Deso on Templar, working on that Roche, and the rest of her team on the high ground, ready to support her. There is a smoke rotation coming right for them. The smoke will, of course, break on the Templar in the Roche pit, so they'll know. Okay, we're gonna have a roll in onto Greedy. Where's the silence? Emgod does manage to get it off, but not before the repel comes out, and he throws out that Ebola, but it's not gonna do enough. A charge on through to their lines. The Soku Sonic Wave hits on 3, and one repel kills them all, and still they do not have the damage out on PL. One Meld Strike picking off the OD. Buyback on the Earth Spirit. This Roche, though, is Infamous's.
Yeah, that was a really bad roll-in from Earth Spirit. He got a little too aggressive. Maybe he thought that he'd get the silence off on the Omni Knight and be able to make sure that Omni didn't get spells off before they bursted him, but unfortunately, what looked like maybe an okay fight for EWolves just turned poor when they got like I think 3 or 4 men quad ulted. They were grouped up, and now it puts them in a difficult situation because you can't really defend towers anymore. You have to make sure that your PL is just split pushing. Maybe try to get some tier 1s and fight maybe at the tier 2, but most likely at high ground.
Let's say this game does manage to go further. Do you think with cores like Phantom Monster and OD, they do have a chance on Elite Wolves to take it late?
I think they do. I mean, I don't think this game is over for them. I don't know what the. I mean, it is. I think 7,500 gold lead for Infamous and 7,500 experience lead.
Yeah, it's just whether they'll be able to make it with the aggression coming out of Infamous. Of course, not only is this Templar Assassin deadly to the hero, she can knock out towers really quickly right now. So early Shiva's up on OD, decides for that as the second item. Hopefully it'll help them here, but I'm just not sure it'll be enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised about the Shiva's pickup. I know the idea is that you need the armor versus TA, as TA has Meld, he has Deso, and armor helps a lot with that, but it doesn't really give him that much damage, it doesn't give him lockdown, and it doesn't give him any mobility. I think if he's gonna go Shivas like this, he definitely needs to get a Blink Dagger ASAP, or maybe even,
we have a charge. The tower
tier.
is already gone. Van gonna be coming from behind, if at all. The doppelganger away. Minus armor. No, what? Dazzle is picked up by Van in the backline. Van working on getting that int stolen up. Sonic Wave completely whips on everyone, and now the Magnetize trying to throw it out. They managed to burn the Aegis. Stinger taking a lot of damage here. We're up to 25 stolen in. Greedy on the sidelines. Can they kill off this Templar? This is gonna be a huge kill, and they have brought themselves right back into this game.
That was an awesome kill.
Yeah, really well done there. Also, some panic mistakes coming out from Infamous, and that was a huge team fight. Obviously, we're also going to be seeing the Diffusal is out on Phantom Lancer, already has used up 2 of those charges. We'll see if he can make some more work of people, because we've all seen how the army of PL's illusions can do mad work.
Illusion.
Radiant's middle
They
tower.
have their
is
4
under
items up. I think this might be where the game turns around. They still have to watch out for maybe getting deathballed, because Infamous is the type of lineup that you can win a fight with TA, you can push down maybe 2 towers. So you have to be really careful of that. But
Smash obviously opted to not go for the Blink Dagger, kind of a build that we're often used to on the Venomonster. Did you go back for it here? Because it doesn't seem like the rest of his team can, I guess you could arguably say Venge maybe can swap someone in from the opponent's team, or even get into a bad position and swap the Veno in, but it does feel like he's going to need the Blink.
I don't know for sure. I think Blink's a good item this game, but I don't think it's necessary, especially with what they want to do. Their main goal right now is to defend high ground, and as long as they're able to just ward high ground, Smash stays in the back, maybe he gets ult off on a couple people, it doesn't really need to be a 5-man ult. Once you get that ult off, it's going to pretty much force Infamous to back off anyway. So as long as you can just stay in the back and not die, it's not that important. I'd rather see him pick up maybe a Veil, maybe even something like an Aether Lens to increase the range, so make sure that he can just stay in the back. I don't think Blink's a bad idea either, I just don't think it's maybe the best choice for him.
Yeah, they've certainly got options, and speaking of options, Solar Crest being worked on or finished up just then by the Spirit Breaker. And we also, this Omni Knight, obviously he was a farming Omni Knight, but he is so big. He's got Blink, Aether Lens, Boots, Soul Ring. I mean, this guy, he's not planning on being caught unawares.
Yeah, and the good news for EWolves is that OD did pick up his Blink Dagger, which means that he's able to initiate a lot more effectively, though it does look like Infamous is going to try to gank him right now using a smoke, so we'll see if he gets caught. This Blink Dagger could surprise them and maybe save him from a death here.
Yeah, Templar doesn't have her Blink yet, if that's what she wants to go for, but she does have the Manta, and yep, okay, they saw him, but he manages to get to safety and TP away with that Blink, so Smoke Gank not gonna latch.
That was a really good ward from EWolves. The ward right up by the entrance to Infamous's jungle. It spotted the Spirit Breaker charging down on the OD, and as soon as he saw that, he blinked out and TP'd. So that ward is really paying off for them.
Yeah, but now they're gonna do their own smoke rotation, having a good feeling about where Infamous were. So we'll see if they find anyone. Looks like they might be able to run themselves into the Templar Assassin, but the rest of Infamous, just like before, completely on the other side of the map.
Maybe they can leverage a tower off of this. It does look like there's going to be 5 people top, and if Infamous aren't in position to defend this tier 2, they might be able to, EWolves might be able to get it for free, but I'm not sure yet. Well, we'll see if Infamous decides to rotate up, or if they decide to just kind of split push and maybe get a mid tier 1.
Yeah, the Sonic Wave back on cooldown, and I mean, Quap, she can blow this every wave with the Ag Scepter, so she's not under too much pressure here for, waiting for a good, huge Sonic Wave, and actually, just PL TPing back. They have no intention of fighting. He has 3k gold saved up as well, so I'm not sure if he's deciding second item hot or something else. We're gonna have a charge onto Smash. He is in a little bit of trouble. There's gonna be an Astral Imprisonment on his opponent. Has already been solo crested up. Not sure that they can follow with the poison coming out.
Yeah, I'd really like to see the Zone, or all these names. I don't know who's who, but
Okay, the talk is silence. He's taking a lot of damage. OD doing good work. Needs one more hit. Isn't able to get it off with the blink, but the Magnetize going to be what brings down the co-op. So quick pick there for Elite Wolves.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be able to get that. I saw Omni Knight behind the Quap, and I kind of assumed he would just get repelled, but I think repel was on cooldown, so that's really unfortunate for Infamous here. Back to what I was saying on the PL though, I think you purchased the Blink Dagger. Never mind.
What were you going to suggest?
I was gonna say he would get I was gonna say he goes Yasha into
Yeah, also it can be, I mean, I like the Yasha as well. obviously helps you farm, is great since you're illusion based, but we'll see if this blink can lend them the superior positioning. Smash also saving up a lot of gold. He does have a gem on him right now. He'll probably have to get rid of one of these items for whatever he's planning on grabbing next. And again, the Roche spawn timer, it's going to be a longer one. So no short ones in sight.
The one.
Light!
Yeah, definitely. And I think, as you mentioned, it's the team fights will just get harder. EWolves having more items than the heroes makes for better positioning for this Earth Spirit. Also, this what? Okay, they're just passing the gem around like it's pie, and just because they wanted Venomonster to have a TP, okay, that's fine. So they're gonna push this tier 1 down here. Infamous, somewhat in position, but I can't imagine they'll go for this. Stinger actually playing really far up, trying to pull aggro off the tower, and instead just gonna lose a lot of mana for it.
And one thing to mention too is that Infamous are psychologically they're not probably in the best position right now as a team because they probably thought that they had this game in their bag or in the bag. I mean, their TA is 9-1. They were doing really well in the early game, but all of a sudden it looks like they may have missed their timing window. So they're most likely going to be stressing about what they need to do, what they need to accomplish.
Okay, greedy blunt forwards against Diffusal. He's going down. A very aggressive blink in an attempt to get a heal bomb off and does not pay off.
And those are the type of plays that they're really getting punished for it. And even though TA is still pushing mid, he may even get punished for it as Smash is running up and following him down with Earth Spirit too.
Yeah, I mean, she isn't getting out of this one. They have vision and she falls. She does manage to buy up most of her BKB, but again, just some poor positioning coming out. Oh goodness though, the PL in a lot of trouble here. They do not have charge for 6 more seconds. Nether Strike at the ready. Zone has Blunk away, and now the Quap gonna be caught up. She should just have the Blink away. Do they have anything to hold her in place? I don't think so. They're just gonna kick on through. They get the silence off in time.
Yeah, that was a great play by Earth Spirit.
Okay, and now they just one-shot the Dazzle, get the gem back, or get a new gem actually. And this game, it's getting out of control.
Oh, Van did.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How does Lincoln's interact with Solar Crest again?
It pops.
Okay.
So
maybe I don't think it's a huge quality or reason why it might be, but that way at least he won't be missing. Either way, this is Cheese Roche because Infamous did take the level 1, and EWolves, they're starting to get everything back down to that 0 net worth exchange, and I think pulling ahead.
yeah, as I was talking about earlier, Infamous are really in trouble right now, and especially if this was kind of an even game, all game, I think it would be a lot better for them. But they're probably stressing out right now about what they need to do. I mean, they had the level 1 Roche, they had a huge advantage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh gosh. And PL's already getting to the point where he's doing all the refraction charges off. They managed to use the... Okay, that was a Sonic Wave that does hit on 2, but just seems to tickle them. The ult does also hit on 2 from the Veno, but not enough. Greedy, very low on mana. We've got to swap in onto Stinger. The support's trying to take him out, but on the other side, they're working in on the rest of the team. The Guardian Angel comes out. It's looking like Zone gonna lose that Aegis really quickly here. And the Astral Imprisonment saving the OD for later. They finally bring down the Spirit Breaker, and they also kill off the Quap. Greedy taking a lot of damage here, has no mana, will fall, while Van sitting pretty with 30 stolen hits.
Yeah, I think this might be GG for Infamous. I don't know how they can take a high ground fight. TA's almost got a BKB, but he's still 1,000 off. OD has Lincolns, he has a cheese. I think this is at least 2 racks. They're gonna take mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, and even if Omni buys back, it doesn't feel like it's something that would be enough. They have still got 3 defusal charges in case he tries something fancy with the repel. They're gonna get down the racks. They're actually diving deep for Axel. That's a shallow grade that's not gonna help out. BKB comes out from the Templar Assassin, but again, I don't know if they can stand and fight an EWolves going for that bottom racks. They can't take top because the tier 2 still is there. They can easily get this thing. Now 40 int stolen on that OD.
I think this is GG. I don't know if Infamous can take this fight. They're gonna need a massive Spear Breaker charge into Omni, Q, and Quaffle. It looks like they're just gonna give up this Vex.
Okay. Sonic Wave on the sidelines does manage to hit the PL. He's actually getting really low to the side blades, but they need some sort of catch. There's going to be a blink in, the blink away from the PL. They've got the charge still going. Nether Strike cancelled by the Astral Imprisonment, and now Doppelganger away. Zone getting on out. Zatok still has quite a cooldown on that. Oh, now losing all of his mana over there. The Sonic, the Nether Strike does end up coming through on Masoku. It looks like they'll find that vent. Smash in a bit of a bad position. Oh, they're getting the PL so low. The Magnetize does end up coming out, slowing down everyone, and now Van poking around on the backline, building up those in stacks again. They're going after Greedy, and Greedy desperately looking for that PL is going to fall.
So I think that.
What?
That's some BM from him. I'm not gonna. I'm
there's no really sugarcoating that. Hey, you just said it was GG, but maybe it's not with this rapier. If Templar Assassin can get her hands on it.
That's a rapier. So now, Infamous know what they have to do now. They need to defend their tier 3 and get this rapier. Like that's their next goal. They're gonna make sure that they defend the top tier 3 and just try to focus, get that rapier on the TF.
Yeah, and there is still hope. We'll see if they can hold out for it. Van, of course, has a lot of protection methods with the Astral Imprisonment and the rest of the crew backing him up. And
that's Van's a player. He's got balls. I couldn't do that in an official.
We'll see. It is best of 1. So, but as I said, a lot of aligned for both of these teams. 6-2 and 7-3. I think I probably said that wrong. I love how every single caster has pinged it out. It's like, guys, we see that other casters.
Yeah, you know.
Is under attack. Radiant's
just
has been killed.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see if this final push does come out. There's actually, is this a smoke rotation? It looks like it. Quap is showing.
They're going for the OD.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, I don't blame them. If they can find this OD, it's no joke. It's gonna be 3v3. They know where the OD is. They have some idea. Okay, and he blinks away. Templar Assassin not able to close this gap. She doesn't have a blink of her own. She got to keep a slot open for that Divine.
Oh man, if they got rapier there, this would have been a game. But do they have any smokes left?
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm EWolves, I think I just wait out Roshan. Like Van's bought the rapier by now. I think you wait out the Roshan.
Do you think the rest of his team is somewhat worried here? They're like, look, we had a good lead, and now, even though we still have a good lead, we're potentially in some trouble if you do lose that rapier?
That's the type of decision, I don't know. If I was buying a rapier, I think I would tell my team first. Van... I think they're in a fine position. Even if they lose the rapier, the game does become difficult, but they haven't lost it, even if they lose the rapier. As I said, I think they should just wait out Roshan, wait out the 10 minutes or whatever it is to get Roshan. It's going to be a boring game, but they have the late game anyway. Like, why?
You can just do what Van does and blink into their base, Insanity's Eclipse. with one smack. Okay, another strike. No, there's a swap out and the Astral Imprisonment, and Stinger looking not so pretty. Sonic Wave does break quite a few people low. They're trying to get the Templar Assassin in here to do something. A really weird ult from the Venom, but it doesn't matter. They picked off the Quap. They're picking off more. Van doesn't even need to press the Q. You can just smack away at people with your rapier, and this is looking to be 4 dead on the decks of Infamous. Garo has that save. Oh, the GA comes out, but it's not enough to do the pure damage, and now Greedy falling as well. Rampage for the OD, and that's gonna be it. This one's closed out.
What a game.
Dire's top tower is under radiant victory.
So, yeah,
Oh,
with
man.
that, I mean, that's it. These teams know each other well, so all of this chat is they know each other well. But yeah, that's it for the Americas WePlay casting for the day. Just one game, because most of these games get into the point where they're all played out. Noble Wings, thank you so much for joining me. You guys can find him at Noble Wings on Twitter. His handle is on the screen. That's Noble Wings with a Z or a Z, depending on where you're from. I'm Llama Down Under. I can also be found on Twitter, Twitch.